Hey gang, Coach Tom here. I just got back from a beautiful run. It's a gorgeous fall day. I was inspired by what I was reflecting on while I was out on my run, and I thought I need to share this because even though my social media guys are saying, you know, you really shouldn't be walking around when you're talking and stuff, I actually reflected on whether I was one of those guys who painted a picture on social media that, you know, my shit didn't stink and that life never had cycles of ups and downs and that there was never a challenge. And, you know, and I realized that, you know, maybe I don't share enough of the dark side of life and business with my social media friends. So, you know what, thought I'm gonna shoot one of these raw and unplugged and actually do the walk around thing because apparently not supposed to do that. So, you know what, screw that. This is all about being authentic. And I can tell you, I've been in a bit of a rut lately. World events and so on have changed my view of how I interact with the world, and do I want to keep interacting with this crazy world with the standards that have been put in place by most of the G20 nation governments and so on, and lots of busyness in the family. A daughter recently got married, and daughter doing an MBA, and a daughter just started a chiropractic practice, and teachers that are, you know, teaching in hazmat suits and stuff to my oldest two daughters. So, you know, lots going on in the family dynamic. Lots to occupy my mind. Certainly from a business perspective, there's more that could be going on. The numbers of leads have slowed down substantially in the last while, probably just because of world events and stuff, you know. So anyways, I just found myself being in a rut. And you know, how do I define a rut? Well, a rut is just where you feel like you're just not yourself. You know that extra inch that I put on my waist this summer from maybe not being quite as intentional with my eating habits and maybe having a few too many beers. Well, that guy that feels like he's not, you know, necessarily his best version of himself, that's the guy I'm talking about, right? And that may apply to you at different stages of life. I could tell I'm more easily frustrated, I'm more withdrawn, I'm just not myself, right? And so how do you get out of a rut? It's not a question whether you're gonna get in a rut, gang. As Emmitt Smith, the great NFL running back, said, you know, it wasn't so much, he didn't feel like his key to greatness was the fact that he got knocked down and got back up again, but it was the fact that he just kept doing it over and over and over again and literally rushed for like 14 miles or something in his amazing NFL career, but he did it 1 to 2 yards at a time. Kept getting knocked down, kept getting back up again. So you are gonna get knocked down, you are gonna get in a rut. The question is, what are you gonna do about it? Well, here's what I chose to do, and here's what I've consulted literally hundreds of clients to do in my almost 25-year consulting career. Take massive action. I just got back from a run. You know what? I've been putting off running for a long time, running maybe here and there. I've ran 3 times this week, and I got to tell you, I'm not busting it out there. I'm like running like probably 15% slower than I used to, and you know what? That's okay, because at least I'm out there doing it. This run felt the best of the 3 because obviously I'm moving my feet and my body's starting to remember. I'm getting a little muscle memory back, and so on. And when I say take action, I mean, don't just think about, you know, the hundreds of things you've got to do, or just think about the easy things to do. What I would highly advise you to do is to pick the 1 or 2 things that have been hanging over your head that you've put off and put off and put off on your to-do list for weeks, or in my case, months. I've cleared literally 7 things off my plate this week alone that were things that I'd put off because I didn't feel like they were high enough priority. Now, another version of myself would have nailed those things because my energy would have been high enough. What happens is that when you've got those things that are hanging in your mind, they literally take up space. They slow down the speed with which your hard drive is working. You're not as creative, you're not as productive, you're not as efficient, you're not as effective. There's just a lot of things. So literally by clearing up those 7 things this week, and I chose to even get up a little bit earlier, right? Because I felt like I didn't have the time. Well, here's what's happened. Getting those 7 things cleared off my plate that I've been putting off literally, most of them for months, some of them on the personal side, some of them on the business side. I have got more clarity of vision today than I've had in literally months. I've got more energy than I've had in months. I've got more creativity flowing, thus this video, you know. So again, here's my advice. Take massive action. Take massive action on something that you've been putting off. I don't care if it takes you minutes, hours, or a couple of days to clear it off. Clear it off. Get it off your plate. Get that ESOL, that energetic space, occupying lesion off your brain. Watch your creativity, watch your focus, and so on. Act your way out of a rut, and all else will follow. Here is authentic Dr. Tom sharing some of the dirt of my life. I hope that you will choose to take action if you're a person that's feeling like you're
Our mission at Full Circle Coaching and Consulting is to awaken individuals to the power of authentic expression and help them realize their full potential, both personally and professionally. Without a cookie-cutter approach, we help you design and manifest your most authentic dream life, resulting in you earning more money and you having more time with your loved ones. You don't need to learn anything new in order to have the business and life you desire. You need to unlearn and shed all the unsupportive beliefs and behaviors that are subconsciously sabotaging your success. We help you connect with that factory-installed inner guidance and then reverse engineer the steps it takes to go from where you are to where your heart is calling you to be. This is our specialty. Let us help. When you're ready, connect with us through the links in the description below or go to our website at fullcirclecoachingandconsulting.com.